John.
So John,
Hey.
came in
All right,
here
welcome
and
everybody.
joined
Welcome
and
to
did-
today's Q&A.
And then he went to soccer, so I got back to soccer, and I thought it
All right, let's
would
everyone take a seat. Welcome. Great to see everybody. All right, so I know, but I recognize a bunch of faces here today. Hi, everyone. So most of you know how these Q&As work. If this is your first time at a Q&A, the way we do it is we do hands up. I'll come and ask you a question. I'll repeat it, so that everyone in the room can hear it, and everyone who's watching on the stream that Notorious is running for us. Thank you, Notorious. So that everyone understands what the question is, and then we'll do our best to answer it. So nothing's off limits. You can ask us about any aspect of Rec Room. Happy to talk about anything. So with that, let's get started. So I'm going to start here with Artemis.
Their new dorm room is amazing.
Oh, thank you. All right, so the
Not really a question, but it's awesome.
All right, so do you have a question as well?
Not
Or
really.
just a statement? Not really. Okay.
Just a statement.
Let them speak.
All right, so.
Tell them how much you like it.
Alkmaar, do you want to talk about the new dorm room?
The dorm room is new.
Yes.
Nice.
Wow.
10 out of 10.
I agree.
Great.
That's it for the Q&A, everybody. We can all leave.
So, we just felt it was time to do a redesign on the dorm room. It was feeling a little, for lack of a better comparison, like a prison.
Oh my god.
At least we thought, we're like, the windows are super high, you feel like you can't get out. And obviously not being able to teleport up onto the bed is something that needed to be fixed for a really long time. So, we just wanted to make it feel more airy and light and have a full-length mirror, even though you don't have legs.
Wait, what? Wait.
Leg update incoming.
What are legs?
Yeah.
Prime leg.
So,
What are legs? What are legs?
What about a neck?
All right, thank you. Good stuff. All right, let's go with Luigi style here.
Will there ever be any sort of trading system, as in giving tokens or clothing items?
Oh, okay. So the question is, will there ever be any kind of trading system, like giving each other clothing or items? This one sounds like a BeeBoz and like my first hook shot of the day. You ready?
Oh, no. You feel like a...
All
right.
So I would say we're definitely talking a lot about player-to-player interaction in terms of tokens, in terms of items, trying to figure out how to let you guys trade stuff with each other, and things like that. Yeah, so it's something that we talk about a lot. I'm not going to say definitely, but probably.
He'll say definitely for you. Oh, nice.
All right, nice. All right. Here's Rex. What you got?
Oh, it's not.
Alright, it's a pleasure to be here. I love all of yous. Thank you for making Rec Room possible. And also, what type of mods do you think you're going to add next? So, like, are you going to add a brand new paintball map or something else?
Oh, okay. So, all right. So the question was, so first of all, here's Rex. Thank you for the kind words. We appreciate it. We love all of the Rec Room players as well. And so the question was, what might we add next? Is there going to be more paintball maps? Is there going to be more, game modes, things like that? So we do have something very fun and cool coming soon. We are adding a new game mode. I'm not going to say exactly what it is because it's going to be a big surprise, but it's very, very cool. We've been playing a little bit of it inside the studio, and it's super, super fun. I hope you guys are excited as much as we are when we announce it. I'd say we're a couple of updates away from at least giving you a taste of it. So not too far away. It's real fun. And something we're hard at work on is I'm sure a lot of you have played with custom rooms and building your own rooms. Every update, we're adding more and more features to allow you to build your own kind of paintball-style games. We've seen Wastelands and Badlands and City PvP, really, really great experiences that players have made.
Yeah.
We are just doubling down on making that more rich and more possible to build your own game. So the dream is that sooner rather than later, you can build your own paintball maps, and then we'll have as many maps as there are imaginations in Rec Room. All
Then
right.
you can get rid of me, and then you won't
Yeah.
need me anymore.
Yeah, the overarching theme of everything we do in Rec Room is being able to fire T-Money. That's our goal. All right, so let's go up the back here. Let's go Hellhound.
Will you make creative, like realistic player models like in VR chat?
Oh, so the question is, will we make realistic style player models like in VR chat? So
No.
I'll have a drink with you after the Q&A. How about that? So not currently planned. We do have some thoughts around better support for a costuming system, so that you can like build stuff with the Maker Pen and kind of like create really customized decorative appearances in custom rooms. But no current plans to do the kind of more realistic humans. Yeah. All right, let's go over this side, and let's see who's got a question over this side. Justin.
Oh, thank you. Any plan for what was it? Strings in circuits. I'd really like to be able to save strings.
Okay. Oh, I see. So you mean like or so hang on, give me a little bit more information. So the question was, will we support strings in circuits? You mean like text strings, right?
Yeah. Like, can I send multiple strings to the same sign?
Oh, sure. Yes, we're definitely looking at that. We want to expand the display capabilities a fair bit. So yeah, best way to get that kind of stuff done is to kind of contact us with a really specific use case, like what you're trying to build. Like you're like, hey, I want to build like this kind of sign, or I really wish I could display this kind of message. That makes it way easier for us to implement, because we're like, all right, we know exactly what is needed.
Awesome,
so yeah,
thank you.
So get in touch on Reddit or Discord. Let us know what you need. But yes, we definitely want to expand that for sure. All right, who else has got a question over this side? Emily, what you got?
Okay, I'm a bit confused on how events work now, because we want to start up the music event again, but it seems like things are now done on RecNet.
Yeah, okay, so the question was, how the heck do events work on RecNet? So if you haven't heard, we added a very first pass at event support on RecNet. So who knows best about it? BeeBoz, do you know more about this than I do? Okay. All right, so the basic way it works, and I apologize if I get any details wrong. I didn't work on this one directly. This was our wonderful RecNet developer. Whoa. Okay, sorry. Hang on, my watch is going off. So the basic way it works is you go to RecNet, you create your event, you give it a name, and you give it a time and a date. And that event will have its own RecNet URL, so it's got an address. And then you can send it to people, and they can basically click on accept, like saying, hey, we're going to come to this event. And if you've accepted an event, when the time comes for that event, if you're in Rec Room, you'll get a watch notification saying your event is starting, and then you just tap the button and you go to the right room. Does that make sense?
All right. Yeah.
And so we realized that that's a pretty basic system, so it's really just a first pass. So we'd love to see how people use it and how we can make it more useful. So let us know, Emily. Give it a try, and let us know what's missing.
Yep, will do.
Okay. Yeah, I think the next thing we're adding to that actually just is the ability to invite people directly. So currently you have to manually send them the invite so that they can basically RSVP themselves. We're going to make it so that you can send them an invite from the event.
Okay, cool.
All right, cool. Let's do one more. Fancy, what you got?
Oh, yes. All right, so, the backpack system is really cool. I know this was last update, but I wasn't here for the last Q&A. I think it'd be really cool if we could put, like maybe a basketball in there, so, wherever I am, I can pull out a basketball and do my fancy tricks, I think that'd be pretty cool.
All right, yeah, so the question, which is a bit more of a suggestion, is, we want to do fancy basketball tricks anywhere, so maybe in the backpack, we could put certain items that you can pull out. Yes, that's a really cool idea. Definitely something we want to do. We're going to move the camera and probably the Maker Pen into the backpack is the plan. And so we'll think about... Actually, BeeBoz, have you been thinking about this? Do you have more to say here?
A little bit.
We need to do tricks, just a normal passes, and I can't catch those. It has to be a trick pass.
No, we're not fancy enough.
So yeah, way back in the day, we had a design for a backpack that was more about just sort of carrying around items with you and being able to pull them out wherever. We kind of took a back door with the potions and the film and stuff to get the backpack in that way. And so I think we will try to, like Gribbly said, the first two things we're looking at is camera and Maker Pen. But then from there, I could totally see us choose an item that you want to keep in your backpack and have easy access to that. I'm not promising it, but I could see us doing that.
Well, I understand how it could be kind of, exploited a little bit. You could pull them out as much as you wanted to. You may have to put a limit on it, but yeah, thank you. Yeah, probably what we do is we already have a system where you can't, like when you're in the middle of a paintball game or in the middle of a quest, you can't do things like print photos out of your camera. And so we'd probably do the same kind of limitation for like, you can't spawn your basketball in the middle of paintball, because that would be pretty crazy. But yeah. All right, let's go over to this side. Just do some more over here. I'm not sure how to pronounce Delilki, so I'll just say Delilki.
Delilki.
There you go, close enough. Okay, what you got?
Okay. In the future for Rec Room, will you add anything to customize your room? Like you can customize your room with items.
You mean like the dorm room?
Yeah.
So the question was, will we ever add features to allow you to customize your dorm room? So yeah, what we've said on the past in this one is probably the first thing we'll do is let you spawn into rooms that aren't the dorm room, because we do have the custom room system where you can basically build whatever you want, and we're putting a lot of work into making that better and better, each update. And so I think what we'll do is let you spawn directly into one of those rooms. We kind of need the dorm room because it's the one offline place in Rec Room. So if we lose connection to the server or anything like that, we need a place to put you. And so the dorm room is kind of an offline space, so we don't support customization there. But we're certainly open-minded about it. Like, we're kind of prioritizing customizing spaces that you can invite other people to, which the dorm room doesn't currently support. So it's not... I think the next thing you'll see is being able to spawn into custom rooms directly. Would that solve what you're trying to do?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. All right, good. All right. Shaquille O'Neal.
I'm at right now in the VR in the game that I'm playing.
So
I'm at a Q&A,
grid snapping
which is
still
question
broken.
and
Is there a fix in the
answer.
work for that?
And,
Whoa. Okay, where's VotaVader? Okay, so the outrageous claim is that grid snapping is still broken with the Maker Pen, which is... so VotaVader, what have you got to say for yourself?
Yeah.
How's it broken?
Things still get knocked off the grid whenever you clone them. Like they get like a centimeter off of the 10 centimeters.
Oh, I know that bug. I know that bug.
Yeah, if you can send us a video, like, I really want to be done with grid snapping being broken. So, like, if you can send us a video of that happening, like, I'm ready to fix it. Because I fixed a bunch of bugs on that, and I really want to get it over with, so, yeah. I have not been able to replicate it. Yeah.
Get him to reproduce it right now. You got the pen?
Oh god.
This could be dangerous.
I know. Alright. VotaVader doesn't trust you, Shaquille.
Hey, well, I need to go anyway, so.
Alright, no worries. Alright, thanks for the question. Fix your broken stuff, VotaVader. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Alright. Let's go. Notorious, what you got? Yeah. All right. So I probably don't need to repeat that whole question because you're talking into a microphone, right? But anyway, what the question I heard was, are we going to add like a notes field or some way to like kind of add notes and stuff on friends in the watch? Yes, we're going to add that stuff. We're working on some stuff like that next update. So expect some updates to that soon, and hopefully it'll be what people want. Okay. So CBT. Hello.
Will the 5-star boxes, will they be added again?
Take the mic.
Will the 5-star boxes get added again?
Yes,
so you can get them?
very soon. You'll be able to get 5-star items very soon. Not necessarily 5-star boxes, but 5-star items for sure.
Nice.
Oh, fancy throw. All right, Jessica.
Kind of stole my question, but I guess the follow-up is...
Does that imply they're going to cost $1,600 in the merch booth?
Oh god.
Possibly would be more than you could afford in a week's worth of dailies.
They will vary in cost. And they will be available in the merch booth and other places as well.
Okay, thank you.
Stay tuned for more details.
And it's a soon TM thing?
Yeah. Yes.
Thank you.
All right. Beautiful quail.
My mic's working now.
Do you guys know the Zuck meme?
I really do
Zuck meme.
Do I know the what meme?
The Zuck meme.
No, I don't think I know.
This is my second game of playing, so I don't know anything about the game. I just joined in.
Okay, well, welcome. Nice to have you. I
Better to ask.
don't know this meme, but welcome. It's nice to have you.
Hi. I feel bad for people that couldn't get in.
That's quite all right. All right, way up the back here, we got Cringe Cat.
So you added laser tag some time ago, and and you kept on making more. You were making more maps for paintball. Are you ever going to add more maps for laser tag?
All right, so question is, are we ever going to add more maps for laser tag? I think probably. We're not actively working on that right now. We're working on another game that is going to be real cool.
I hate this just
but I think it's safe to say we'll do another laser tag map at some point. I just can't tell you exactly when. It's always good, like, as you probably know, like, a lot of the way we make decisions is if we see a lot of noise about it on Reddit and Discord and people are like, well, we really want this, that helps us make decisions. So if we were getting a bunch of requests, and especially like the kind of specifics of what kind of laser tag map you might enjoy, that would help encourage us.
BBP.
Right, okay. All right, let me go to people who haven't asked a question yet. Luigi Star, we haven't heard from you yet, have we?
You have.
Oh, whatever. We're doing it now anyway.
Too late.
Should I go?
Yeah.
Go for it.
Are you going to add any more quests, and if so, how many are you planning on adding?
So the question was, are we planning on adding any more quests?
Yes.
The answer is yes. And then the follow-up question was how many, and the answer is I don't know. But we're definitely going to add more quests.
All of them.
Yeah. How many more quests? Yes. All right, let's go over here and let's do distorted echoes. Echoes.
Clever.
My question is with the new watch. When I go to close it and then to reposition it and then reopen it, it doesn't go back to the page it was on. It goes back to the home end screen. You do something about that?
So that was what we see with the watch. This update. This was so the comment was about some of the way the watch works. It always goes back to the home screen rather than remembering what screen it's on like it used to. We understand that that's a bit annoying in some cases. So what you're seeing here is like this is the first time with the watch that we've started to make a larger view available, so that when you go to like the play menu, you've now got a much bigger view, so you can see more stuff at once. That's because we're getting so many custom rooms and people are getting so many friends. We need a much bigger watch browser. So this was like step one. Next update, we're actually doing more work on the watch to actually have it always be able to, you can have a big view and a little view. And so you can always have it stuck to your wrist if you want, and it'll work the old way. And then there's a button you can press to like pop it off and have a big view, so you can browse more stuff at once. So so I would say, unless something goes horribly wrong, which is always possible, next update you should see that behavior. All right. Let's do Daybridge Ghost. Hey, beautiful brain. Welcome.
Hi.
Hello. So my question's about the mic. So when you speak into the mic, it seems like there's some kind of filter being applied to the sound. I don't know. It's like it cuts off a lot of the bass frequencies. I think some of the higher frequencies, almost like a bandpass. This creates a cool effect, but when you're playing music through it, especially like for live musical performances, it kind of messes up the sound. So I was wondering if in the future there might be some kind of toggle with which we could switch off that filter.
Yeah, okay, great point. So so the comment was, when we speak into one of these microphones, we've put, you're exactly right, it is a bandpass filter to kind of give it that sort of PA speaker sort of sound, which is fun for voices because it kind of sounds like a PA system. But yeah, it's kind of not so great for music if you want to use that. So yeah, we'll look into that. That should be easy to do, and I think that's a good use case. We definitely want to support music better in Rec Room. So thank you for that suggestion. That's a good one. All right, let's do Captain Kickass.
Hello. So
was wondering if y'all are have any plans on doing like more events like the one a couple weeks ago with the book reading.
Oh, yeah. So that's basically me being terrible at organizing things. Like, we did a couple of really cool dev Q&As with, like, external game developers. And we did the book reading with the Wired guy who came and did that. We think those are really fun. It's just, we don't have anyone dedicated to organizing those things. And so it's like often we get busy and, like, fix bugs instead of, like, organizing events. But all I can say is we really should and we'll try. Yeah, because those are real cool. We enjoy them, and the feedback we get is that people seem to really enjoy them. I will say that's one of the reasons that we're starting to develop the event system on RecNet is to make it so that anyone who chooses to can easily host and organize events on RecNet. We've seen a bunch of good community events in the past, so we want to try and make that easier and easier. All right. So let's go. I want to do something. Who has not asked a question over this side?
I just got a bug.
You got a... No, that's not possible. That can't be possible. Oh, what's your bug, Jessica?
VotaVader just accepted my friend request, and it popped up in front of me, and I can't pick yay. It's frozen in front of me.
Yeah,
I don't even have my watch open.
It happened to T-Money too. I see him struggling with the watch. I'm not crazy.
It's just chilling in front of me, and I didn't ask my watch to open.
I want that.
All right.
You can close it
with
the button.
Okay, I'll take that up. I'll figure out who to blame.
I've got it written down,
I still
Gribbly.
can't use it. It completely took my watch.
After.
All right, let's go. Cheese Pete. Sorry about your watch, Jessica. Cheese Pete.
I have kind of two suggestions.
All right, hit me.
So the first one is for the API, I'd like to kind of get player statuses. So kind of like if they're eating something or drinking something. Just if you ever make an API, that's something that I'd like.
Okay, do you want that in the circuits, or do you want that in some kind of other API?
I want that kind of like an external API, if that's possible.
Oh, okay. Okay, all right.
I just forgot my second one, so.
All right. Well, if you put your hand back up if it comes back to you. But yeah, noted. So we've had a few requests for an external API. We're going to focus on the internal circuit stuff first, but we've definitely thought of some interesting things of like exposing an API so that you could get like scoreboard data out of a room or something like that. So yeah, interesting idea. Okay, what do we got? Let's do Skylar over here.
One word, bowling. When is that going to be a thing?
All right, okay. Wait. All right.
Yeah.
More broken TVs.
Do you want to talk about this?
Okay. Are we allowed to talk about this?
Fancy. So just talk about what we're planning to do next update and how that relates to bowling, and leave yourself plenty of wiggle room for when we screw it up and can't ship it.
Right. So kind of following the track we've gone right now of like getting you guys to make your own games and make new activities and stuff. Next update, we're planning on giving you guys more tools to make maker pen objects more flexible in terms of physics and things like that. So you're going to be able to change the density of different maker pen objects, and so you would be able to like make a ball that's much heavier than a pin, and therefore you could make your own bowling game by just making a heavy ball and some lighter pins, and then creating the track with other maker pen objects. So we hope to have on the next update some custom room with bowling that you can go to.
All right.
Okay, I just hope someone else makes it because I'm not creative at all.
Hey, I'm sure you could do it. Right, so that's VotaVader's personal guarantee that bowling support is for sure without fail shipping next update. All right. Star Centurion.
Right after he gets rid of the snapping.
Right after grid snapping.
Free words. Discord rich presence.
Oh, yeah. So the request is, can we enable Discord rich presence? So, all right, yes, we probably can. We need to talk to Duffy. He's our guy who does all of the kind of Discord integration stuff. So yeah, I'll mention that to him again. It's just he's busy. But yes, we should do that.
I figure. Yeah, no problem.
Cool. But yeah, it's a good idea. We like that idea. All right, who else? All right, Notorious, what you got?
I have a Twitch question from that time again.
All right.
Which has lost track of the microphone. He's wondering if there's ever going to be an option for sharp objects out of the maker pen. So instead of the rounded bevel, it's the sharp objects.
Yeah. All right, we've been talking about this one because we get this. So the request is when you build stuff with the maker pen, it's got kind of a beveled edge to it, which gives it a sort of a very rec room kind of look. Like if you look at the edges of the steps here, which are built with the maker pen, they've got a kind of like not a sharp edge to them, which is cool and makes it look rec roomy. But if you scale things up to like giant world size, like that bevel gets really crazy big and is not exactly what you want. So we are actively looking at ways to support that. What we'll probably do is make it so there's always a small bevel, but even when you scale something up big, it just retains the same size bevel. So it's got the kind of rec room look to it. It's not purely a hard edge, but you can build something that doesn't look all crazy when you scale it up. That's our current thinking. We don't exactly have a timeline. There's a bit of a research project on getting that to work, but that's what we're looking at. All right. Hope that answered your question, Twitch person. Zelex, what you got?
Yay. Two things. One, I just had a bug before coming here where we ended up respawning and I was completely invisible. Couldn't access the watch or anything. The other people could hear me, but I couldn't do anything until the room eventually crashed.
Oops.
Two,
Sorry.
are you guys thinking of making or adding textures for creators to use?
Could you ask that second one again? I didn't quite understand the question.
Are you guys thinking of adding textures to like the maker pen so that we can...
Like different materials, yeah.
Yeah, I missed the word textures, sorry. Yes, we are thinking about that. So we don't exactly have a timeline or plan. We've got a new game coming up that I think we want to ship first. That's keeping the art team very busy. But yes, that is definitely on the roadmap, like being able to like apply different materials for your maker pen objects. I think we've had plenty of requests for like a transparent material, so you can do windows and things like that. So we'll look at that. But yes, that's definitely like you could make one of these bricks a different material or something like that. Yes. All right. Pengu plays. Oh, sorry, gold bars. I apologize.
Where is he?
Pengu plays. Did you have a question? Right in front of you, Torres. Is your mic on, Pengu?
Pango, your mic's on.
Oh no.
Your mic, you might be muted, I think. We can't hear you. I'll make up the question.
Oh.
Gribbly, why are you such a genius? How do you do it? Well, it's a long story.
Definitely not what he was going to say.
Okay, let's go with Jeff while Pengu gets himself figured out.
So I was playing like the most intense game the Rec Room has ever had, dodgeball, and I was like having trouble catching, and I'm not complaining about lag this time, but I was having trouble catching, and I noticed that you can't have your hand facing this way when the ball's coming at you.
Right.
So
this
like,
way, you say.
Oh, yeah.
Bit of a habit of mine, and I don't know if like.
Yeah. So the question was about
which way?
Like this.
Oh.
I want to be better at dodgeball.
This way, and then like it would just bounce off your hand.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, okay,
How would you catch a ball by pointing your fingers at it?
No, he's saying it doesn't work that way.
Magic.
That would hurt. Like if an actual ball hit your fingers like this, bam.
Just palm it.
Right? All right, there you go. You've got your answer, Jeff. You're wrong. Don't try and catch it that way.
We don't want you to injure your fingers.
All right, calm down, everyone. Let me answer the question. So I think really like at the heart of that is that we're well overdue for revising our pickup logic for like how we detect what you're trying to pick up when you're reaching for it with your hand. Like if you go into the dorm room and have all your clothes around you, you'll notice that it's not very precise the way it picks things. We kind of got a similar problem with the stop gesture, which you're probably familiar with, like that you can use to like mute and ignore people. Getting it to target the right person is pretty tricky. So we're kind of overdue a bit of revision on how that targeting logic works, and hopefully that will improve the catch detection in dodgeball as well.
I do have a pro tip though. Hang on.
Yes. Pro tip from T-Money. All right, hang on.
Oh,
show us your catching skills. You ready?
No, hold on.
Oh.
Nice.
Show us your throwing skills first.
So
we've already seen your throwing skills.
There we go. The idea is,
he doesn't want
if you are playing either dodgeball or even quest and you're trying to catch bottles from pirates, right? And you have your hand up like this a lot, you'll notice your watch will come up. So if you turn it to tap only to open your watch, then it'll never pop up in your face while you're trying to prepared to catch things. So that's a helpful tip.
Okay, there we go. Thank you, T-Money. Let's go over here to HBL.
That works for me. So I can catch all the bottles. Oh, Jesus.
Over here. Hi. So I was wondering if there would be a way for us to know by looking at somebody if they're muted, by like having an icon next to their name or something like that. Because I try not to block people because I don't like the ghost. But if I want to mute somebody and they join the game later on and I don't remember it and they're talking to me and I don't realize it, it'd be nice to be able to tell that they're muted by looking at their name or something.
Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah. Let me. All right. Hold on.
There you go.
Yeah, we added a system that shows you if someone is your friend, muted, blocked easily by looking at it directly. It just needs some polish. Hopefully it will come in soon, so you can tell by looking at their name, looking at their tiny profile picture or some type of version that you can get some more information about them.
Okay.
Thank you. All right, there we go. All right, coming soon, TM. Oh, hang on. You have a question? You don't get to ask questions. All right.
It's not.
So it's not really a question, but something I think we missed in the notes, I guess. We kept getting requests for the quest runs to give you something other than consumables. Did you talk about that?
Nope.
Okay, so the current game right now, if you have... It's BeeBoz did that, I just want to talk...
He just likes to get my back. He's just trying to get my back. Yeah. Okay, BeeBoz.
I assumed someone was going to ask about it at some point, Bilal. So we had a lot of people talking about how getting consumables after quest, if you have all the quest items, doesn't feel super rewarding. So we have it as tokens now. So you can get 10 token boxes a day from all the activities. Now quest also counts as one of those activities. You can get some tokens out of quest. So well, give us feedback on that, and you know, we'll listen to that and adapt if we need to. Cool. That I think was what Bilal was going to say.
Yes, I'm getting nodding from Bilal.
Thank you.
Okay, all right. Did Bilal shame himself so badly that he left? Is that what happened?
He's up there.
Oh, okay, all right. All right, good. Okay, who else got a question? So we get, who has not asked a question yet? Who have I not called on? Moody Marlowe? I don't think we've had one from you.
Hello. Are you guys possibly going to add new stuff to the sandbox for rated rooms like grenades, weapons from the Pirate Quest, or even like the punching dummy?
Yes, so the question was, are we going to add more stuff to the sandbox machine, like Pirate Quest weapons and grenades and things? Yes, for sure, 100%. So the order of operations here is we're working on the watch right now to improve the browsers, like I was talking about before, like having larger browsable things. The plan is to migrate the sandbox machine, get rid of the sandbox machine, and make it a browser that you can spawn anywhere, so that you can go through all of the objects. You don't have to make trips back and forth to the sandbox machine, all that kind of stuff. So once we've got that browser ready, then we're going to add a ton more stuff. We didn't want to add a ton more stuff to the sandbox machine and then just take it away. So we're going to wait till we get that browser working, which should be soon, and then add a bunch more stuff to the sandbox machine. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, all right.
Hard to add, just because they destroy themselves usually, like grenades and pirate weapons and Lost Skulls weapons. They get destroyed, so they have like particular logic that not all other sandbox items have. So they're a little more complex.
Yeah, we can't hear VotaVader.
So VotaVader is pointing out that grenades and the Pirate Quest weapons, because they have the behavior where they destroy themselves over time, like you shoot the cork guns and like they only get 2 shots and then they don't work anymore. That's nothing else in the sandbox machine works that way. So we do need to do a little bit of work to support items that are degradable. The snowballs break apart, but they don't actually change state. They just kind of like they come as a kit and then they just respawn after a minute. But yeah, it's certainly doable. It just is a little bit of work. He's just saying, hey, Gribbly, don't promise things can be done instantly when I have to program them and I haven't even fixed my bugs in the Maker Pen yet. All right, who else has got a question? Sparky, what you got?
I had a question about the maker pen, and I don't want to get it on the topic about my hands, but if you ever fix that, you got to make the patch note Sparky's curse. Right?
Oh, hang on. What's the problem you're talking about?
I've already showed this to Stanarino like a billion times, and I found 4 other people that has this exact same issue. When one hand loses tracking, it follows the other. I play Arizona Sunshine, and I don't have this issue.
This is a this is a PSVR hand tracking issue.
Yeah, for just this particular game.
Okay, yes. So yeah, Steve Areno's been looking at that. He's hasn't yet figured out what it is, but he's looking at it.
The question I was going to ask was about the maker pen. Can we please have to where objects can only be deleted if it's an unfrozen object?
Yes, we fixed that in today's update.
Still like that?
Yeah, it should be fixed in today's update.
Nice.
Yeah.
And the second thing is I just crashed 3 times since this update's been pushed out, and it keeps telling me to go back and externalize my PS4 and save up all my save data.
He keeps telling you to what? Externalize?
Yes. That means to completely wipe my PS4 and save up my save data.
Is this
okay, well, alright, we'll,
drama?
Yeah, is anyone...
I took the error code and I sent it on the Discord.
Alright, thanks. We'll take a look. Thanks for the report. It obviously shouldn't be crashing, so we'll double check. Alright, beautiful brain. Let's go over here to beautiful brain.
Oh, you're back. Oh, hold on.
Brian.
Alright, Notorious, over here.
Sure, 1 minute
Sorry,
late.
I'm on PSV. I'm on Windows Mixed Reality right now, and it's real messed up.
I was gonna ask, are you aware of the missing window pane from the rec center?
Someone just threw a dodgeball for it. It's broken. It takes a while to repair windows.
Where were you a minute ago?
Do you not want to be able to throw stuff out the window?
Stuck in the rec center.
I feel like you do because you were throwing stuff at the window. Oh yeah.
We have to pay a guy.
So no, I didn't know about it, but it's probably gonna be fixed eventually, maybe. Ish.
Okay, beautiful Brian. If you broke that window pane, you owe us 1,000 tokens. All right.
I'm sorry. I only have like 3.
Alright, we'll take it. That's close
Shouldn't
enough.
have broken it then.
Alright, Skylar, what you got?
Will you guys ever add like a color wheel to the maker pen?
Good question. So the question is, will we add a color wheel to the maker pen? So we got to talk to Cloud about that one. He's often very opinionated about colors, so I'll give you a maybe on that one. I'll take it as a request for more colors.
He's out of town right now for 2 weeks, so...
Oh, that's true. That's true. So we do whatever we want. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. We'll take it as a suggestion. But yeah.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Where am I going? Okay, who has not asked a question? Who have we not heard from yet? DLC, here we go.
I'm just going to ask about the PlayStation 4 hand tracking problem.
Yes,
a couple of people have been having that.
Yeah, so we've heard from a few PS4 players that we've got a hand tracking issue that is unique to Rec Room, like doesn't happen on other PS4 games. So we're looking into it. Steve Areno is our guy looking at that. So we haven't been able to reproduce it in the studio, but we've heard it from enough people. We think it's a real thing, so we're looking into it.
Thank you.
Yeah, if something that would help is if anyone, is it just it happens every single time, or is it in specific rooms, or doing specific things, or anything like that?
Every time I log in.
Okay, alright. We'll try and find and fix it as quick as we can. Alright, Pingo, please. Hello?
Still can't hear you.
He's going to communicate through hand signals.
He sent me.
Okay, I'm not. Pingo, I'm not smart enough. I'm not smart enough to mod.
Okay.
Why don't you send a message through the watch to one of us?
Yeah, send it to. He sent me a
His
message.
watch probably
His watch is stuck.
100%.
Yeah.
He's got the watch bug probably.
Yeah.
Basically, Murphy's Law.
I'm going to read off the words that he said verbatim.
The text chat.
He said, so
Everything
will
that
these
can go
events
wrong will
cost
go
tokens
wrong.
or other things like playing Quest with Debs for 1,000?
Oh, interesting idea. Oh, so that's we've never thought of that, but that's an interesting idea. So maybe a type of
like
event
a category of.
We could be for sale.
Is that BeeBoz? You got any thoughts on that?
Can you repeat it? I didn't hear it.
Yeah. So the question was, would we ever do something like pay 1,000 tokens to play Quest with the devs? Maybe. Would people want that?
No.
No.
Okay.
Lower the price. Lower the price. I'm poor.
Not worth it.
I heard no, which makes me think that the amount of tokens wasn't enough. So what about playing Quest with the devs for 2,000 tokens?
Lower the price, man. I'm poor.
All right.
I think there are enough people that have played with us that know that it's not worth it.
No one wants to play Quest with me. I guarantee I'm the worst Quest player in this room.
Doubt that.
No, I guarantee. All right,
Send the wall every time.
Murph.
That just
Let's go with
disarms
Murph.
you
Did
after
you have a
every
question,
door.
Murph, or no?
Where's my stand?
I'm sorry? Oh, your mic
Where's my stand?
Oh, sorry. Sorry. My bad.
I'm still waiting for it.
Okay, noted. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
You lied to me again. Why do you keep lying?
He lies to everybody. It's not
It's
just
a free game, man.
That's true. It is a free game.
I am an equal opportunity liar. It's true. Jessica, what you got?
Yeah, so the new changes to the watch where every menu freezes out in front of you. Are there plans to have it still follow you around? Because, currently I freeze it and I rotate and it's like, it's over there. But it didn't used to work like that. It used to follow you around.
Yeah,
I guess I missed that.
Yes, a plan is next update we'll have a bunch more updates to the watch. This is a partial update to get us to larger screens in some cases. So stay tuned. We're going to keep polishing it.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Let's go over this side. Fancy, what you got? I faked you out, Notorious. Sorry.
So, Captain Kickass and I were just talking about this earlier. The new custom room menu is really cool and stuff, but it seems kind of weird that when you click on the big picture, it sends you straight to the map. I feel like that you should get rid of the information button and turn the big picture into the information button, because it kind of leads people not to read the description of the room before they go in.
I hear you. So we kind of flip-flop what the buttons do. So the big button is now the go-to, and the little button is now the information button, where it used to be the reverse. The thing we're trying is we want to just try to get more people into rooms, more people experiencing the content that you guys are creating. So we think the big, juicy, colorful button, more people will click on, and more people will go to the rooms that way. But we'll, like with everything, we're experimenting. We'll see how people use it, and if it seems awkward, then we can change it.
I want to add one thing to that.
One additional thought on that, because I agree, definitely a bit of a weirdness that you kind of miss the context of the description of the room. Something we're thinking about. We don't have a really fleshed out design for it yet, but we're trying to think of an idea for a standardized object we can put in every room, maybe a room projector or something, so that you can have it so when you first get to a room, you kind of get hey, this is fancy such and such a, game parlor or whatever. And it's here's what it's for, and you can put a holotar next to it and be hey, what's going on? So yeah, having a bit more context when you arrive at a room, what is this place? What are you meant to do here? All that kind of thing.
Absolutely.
So we're thinking about, so if anyone's got suggestions on that, we're kind of thinking about that right now as a way to improve custom rooms. All right, up the back here, we got... sorry.
That's right. The other thing we were looking at for that is if you laser over a section, you laser over a particular room to pop up more information about that room, so you can kind of scan your watch and be okay, what's going on there, what's going on there. We didn't get that in this, but we might do that in the future as another iteration. I
like that one.
All right, up the back here, One Punch Man.
All right.
Hello, first things first, I just want to say thank you for creating such a great game, and I've played with it so much.
Hey, you're welcome. Thanks for saying nice things.
My suggestion was, maybe trading, so say for instance someone got the pink gloves from Jumbotron, and the guy got the orange, and they want to trade, maybe you could trade or sell things for those tokens.
Yeah, here, let me give the mic to BeeBoz so he can give a vague and evasive answer.
Okay.
Maybe, possibly, one day. We're thinking about it, maybe.
It'll come out when it comes out.
Wow.
Yeah, no, I think it's... We had this question earlier, so sorry for being whatever that was. Flippant, yeah. So yeah, we definitely think letting players exchange items for tokens, it's definitely something that we're exploring and we'll probably be experimenting with in the near future.
Alright, okay. And then next to One Punch Man, I can't read your name, I'm sorry, but
I'm Dinosaur.
Hey, Dinosaur.
Yeah, I'm basically about to say One Punch Man said, but this is basically my favorite moment in Rec Room, so thank you for your amazing game. And I was about to ask you about the cameras that only work on computers. They should work on PlayStation.
Oh, yeah, so the video cameras, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, so the question was, so a long-standing issue we've had is that the cameras that only work on the desktop PC version, they don't work on the PlayStation 4 right now. Yes, you're right. They should work on the PlayStation 4. That's on us to do the work to get it going. What we need to do is we need to integrate it with the PlayStation's kind of system-level recording, and we just haven't done that work yet. So, yeah, we know we got to do that.
Technical thing, right?
Oh, we can't?
You can't do that. Why don't y'all just make it to where it uploads everything to RecNet so you can grab the video?
Alright, hang on. VotaVader's going to talk about it.
I thought we could do that.
No, you can't.
So, you mean for the recorders, right? For the
video cameras.
The little, So, the biggest problem with that is Sony's PlayStation suite of things doesn't allow us to record when we're piping something else to the screen. Because when you look at your screen as you're playing, you either see your first-person view and you can record it, or you see anything else that we put in there, but then you can't record it, and we can't get around that until they work with us to include that feature.
They're not gonna do it.
Could we do a first-person version of it?
So we
so you can already record first-person from your PlayStation. That's a feature included with PlayStation.
Hello.
But yeah, like the hand recorder is harder than that.
Okay.
Hello.
Why don't we just tell the PlayStation that the hand recorder view is your first-person view, and then record that?
Because then it would change the screen. I would see that in your headset, and it would be sickening as fuck.
You'd move your head around.
Okay, so Dinosaur.
We don't know what we're doing.
Don't listen to me. Listen to VotaVader. He knows what he's talking about.
It's just a general life rule.
Yeah.
Let's go over here. All right, Captain Kickass, what you got? You know that you've seen how reliable my answers are.
Alright, so I noticed, I'm trying to figure out if this is a intentional change, that the mechanics for like throwing things, and I asked Fancy, and he's on Vive, and he said he noticed no difference, so I imagine it's just for PlayStation, but just throwing things in general seems a lot different now. I don't know if that was intentional or...
Different, better, worse.
Oh, and the walking.
The walking is different, but I think that's across the board.
Like different as in
I feel like I could get used to it, but it is just I can't shoot a basketball for shit now.
Okay. All right. So that's cold. All right. So serious answer. We didn't intentionally change any of that, although, we have upgraded our engine recently. We get different system versions. I think we updated the sort of the PlayStation SDK that we used not so long ago. So it's possible that the way that the controllers report values, every so often that happens, like sometimes Steam updates the way the controllers update the velocities and positions to us, and so then we need to go tweak it a little bit to make it feel the same. So we'll take a look. Thank you for the feedback. I wasn't aware of that, so we'll take a look.
Yeah.
PlayStation. All right, so let's see. We got 5 minutes. Let's do a few more questions here. So let's do Shoto, Sniper for hire, and then we'll do Notorious.
It'll work if you're not holding it.
Oh, okay. This is an amazing game. I've been wanting to play this for like 2 years now.
Thank you.
Are you guys gonna add like a sword fighting game mode, maybe?
The question is, are we gonna add a sword fighting game? There's definitely the battle tower. You can fight with swords if you find a room called Battle Tower. Give that a try. That's made by a player. We don't currently have any plans to add a sword melee game, although that one is really fun. We are working on another game mode that we haven't announced yet. But yeah, go try Battle Tower and then see how you feel about that one.
Yeah, I've played it several times. It's fun.
Oh, you have? Okay, cool. All right. Let's do 3 more questions. So yeah, Notorious, what you got? Whoa. Okay.
Something just respawned. I've got a Twitch question from Natty Lynn. She's wondering if we're going to be adding time zones to the events on RecNet.
Natty Lynn, I don't care about her questions.
Oof.
Oh, whatever.
Well, she's watching, so.
Random burn.
Oh, really? Oh, she's watching? Okay, damn. Okay. I care deeply about Natty Lynn's questions.
Sorry in the Twitch comments.
So the question was about will we add time zones for events on RecNet? The answer is maybe. We'll have to look at it. I don't see why not. Like, what our goal is, we want to make those events as convenient to use as possible. So yeah, if that's what we need to make them useful, then yeah, we'll add that.
A quick workaround might be in the name, in the description. Maybe just say it. For now.
Oh yeah, not a bad idea. Yeah, as a short-term solution, maybe put the alternate time zone in the description. But yeah, good suggestion. We'll put that.
I'll pass on the crumbs.
Yeah. Okay, Daybridge Ghost.
I thought it was Chuck. Okay.
So this is more of like a question that's about the long term, like a long-term plan.
Yeah.
Probably on the order of a year or more, because I don't know how difficult this is to implement, but I imagine it's quite difficult. So in terms of like advanced physics, so will you ever, or is this currently in the works, the mic play, okay. Would you have objects that can move while carrying players, so making things like, racing and such possible? I know you've posted some videos about it in the past, which I've heard about, but I don't know if this is something you're thinking about over, releasing in the next few months or year or something like that.
Let me answer that question. So, so the question was, would we ever support like things like attaching the player to things that move around, like kind of vehicles or things that move with physics, stuff like that? I have a 2-word answer for you, Daybridge Ghost. Stay tuned.
No card incoming! What does that mean with a 2-stroke engine?
Alright.
Oi. We'll get it when we get boxing.
Alright, so we'll do... let's do 2 more questions. Beautiful Brian, what you got?
Soon or really soon?
So you say that you're gonna add big menus, which I don't mind, but like on PlayStation VR, whenever say like open the people menu and click friends, it lags a ton. Is there any way around that?
Yes, happens to me.
Okay, yeah, so the question was, some of the bigger menus can cause some lag on PlayStation, so sorry about that. We don't want that to happen. Like I said, we're kind of actively working on the watch. Therell be another big update to it next update, so we'll put that on the list and make sure that doesn't happen. We don't want that.
And I have one more. How come the in Paddleball, the jumbo screen doesn't work in PlayStation VR?
It's the same reason as the cameras.
Same reason as
is that true, VotaVader?
It doesn't work on PSVR?
Apparently not.
The Jumbotron screen in Paddleball.
Oh yeah, I think it is limitations with how we can pipe video around on PlayStation. I'm not sure if it's possible to make it work. It might be, but
yeah.
What about soccer? Probably just performance.
Does it work in soccer?
Yeah.
But maybe like I haven't looked at it, to be honest.
The Jumbotron video in the Jumbotron class doesn't work either.
VotaVader is saying he's just admitting he doesn't know anything about anything. All right. Last question from over here. Let's do CBT.
Will you be able to hit higher levels, and will there be rewards?
Say that one more time. I cut out for a second.
Will you be able to hit higher levels, and will there be rewards?
Will there be... Alright, so the question is, will we have higher levels than level 30, and will there be rewards? And that's a BeeBoz. You ready for this, BeeBoz? Alright, go long.
Ooh.
It's a fat yes.
Oh! Exactly that long. Yes. So we have no plans to do that in the short term, but we definitely want to do that in the longer term. 30 will not always be the level cap. We'll raise the level cap over time and reward you for leveling up for sure.
Okay. All right, I think we're going to call it there for time. I want to say thank you to everyone for coming. As always, we really appreciate you.
Thanks all.
We love all of our players.
I have to leave some.
Can I have a selfie with you guys?
Sure.
I need a selfie. I need a selfie.
Say bye to everyone. Say bye to everyone.
Gribbly, can I have a selfie with you?
Okay. Oh, frig. I think I just broke it. No. No. Oh, no. Ah, jeez. Well, I can't see what I'm doing, so I have to look at my mirror, and I think it's this direction. So bye, Twitch. I accidentally hit the Windows button on Windows Mixed Reality, which is all super duper broken right now, so yay. Which explains a lot of the technical difficulties I was having. My Vive broke, so I'm on Windows MR, which kind of gets the job done, but really not really. And I know you are hearing that sound. So, Fix that, come back. I broke something, but it should be fixed now. So I can't get this out of my way. So look over here. Anyway, bye. This isn't gonna end well anyway, so.
It's full of jazz, people are dancing as much.